Welcome to Catalyze. I'm Sarah O'Carroll. Today we have a story from Morehead-Cain Ambassador David von Storch from the class of 80. It's one of resilience, connection, and gratitude, and it begins in the wilderness. Here's David.
For my outdoor leadership experience prior to starting my first year at Carolina, I signed up to trek the Wind River Range in Wyoming. Well, I considered myself to be outdoor certified, finding myself pitching a tent in the snow on the second night, not seeing dry land again until the penultimate night of the wilderness was, to say the least, humbling. When the first thing I had to do each morning was to take my piton hammer and break open my frozen boots so I could get my feet wrapped in wet socks. In this frozen purgatory, I often wondered if the other Morehead scholars were so profoundly miserable. I kind of hoped they were. On the day we passed our last summit, the sun was almost blinding. It reflected so intensely from the snow and the thin air. We were on our way down the pass, and I was thinking, this is going to be a good day. In the distance, I saw a guy walking up the mountain, only a day pack and a water bottle. I thought, who is this guy, and what the heck is he doing? As he approached, we saw his face was as red as ours and a big smile. So, okay, this guy's a legitimate mountain dude. Hey, are any of y'all Morehead scholars? He boomed in a thick southern drawl. Without hesitation, I went up to him and I blurted out, I am, thinking that maybe Mevin Pritchett, who was our executive director at the time, had finally realized that this was all a terrible mistake and this guy was here to helicopter me to a spa in Jackson Hole. I said, what are you doing here? And he responded as if he was having the time of his life. He said, I left a button at the campsite that we were just at, and the instructor told me I had to go back and get it. Wait, what are you doing? And you're smiling? And in an instant I thought, oh, this is how Morehead scholars respond to adversity. I am so screwed. If I had been told to go back over a mountain pass alone to get a button I accidentally left at some random campsite that I'm sure they never found, I would have given the scholarship back at the next payphone. After a few minutes, Andy went trekking on his way up the mountain, and it hit me. I'm one of a very special group of people. I was given this opportunity for a reason. I'll never forget that lesson. We all have our stories about how Carolina, Morehead-Cain, and other scholars impacted our lives in ways to this day we haven't fully appreciated. Today, I have one request. Think about how the Morehead-Cain Scholarship changed your life, made you a better person, and gave you opportunities and connections that you would otherwise not have had. The Day of Giving is coming up on November 17th. I'm going to ask you to join us in supporting the very special and important work of the Morehead-Cain Foundation. I hope my story connected to you in some way, and it reminded you of the special role that the foundation and its people and its universe have played in your life. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening to Catalyze. I'm your host, Sarah O'Carroll. If you'd like to make a gift to Morehead-Cain and help us reach our goal of 50% alumni giving participation, you can follow the link in the episode description or visit moreheadcain.org/day of giving.